Hi guys, Michael Scott here. So Michael Scott here gonna tell you, do we buy these courses that we see online? Our famous influencers, right? If you say Hamza, Tate, or Iman, right? Or any other YouTuber, if you're following, I feel like there is a value, and a lot of people are working in kind of subscription model and the courses and this kind of thing, right? And at some point you will be like very much convinced that okay, this guy is really helping me, should I go for the course or something like this. And if you're confused about buying a course, so you are at the perfect place, right? So that will be the whole parameter for this course, for this video that I'm going to talk about. But just keeping aside this influencer or something, right? I'm going to deep dive into something like there's something called Maslow's hierarchy, right? Hierarchy of needs, right? So whatever money or something, if your basic needs are being fulfilled, right, then you kind of go for certain thing, right? Then you kind of go for courses or anything extra, right? So lot more time the courses and these kind of things are not bad, but you are in the right, like, you are not in the right position to take that course. You might be a good student for that course, but the position which you are placed currently, right, that might not be right, and because of that you will be criticized the course or the guy or somebody who is selling, and also you will become a bad student, right? It's a loss for both the parties. So you have to understand your positioning in the life. Are you at that position where you can take afford a course, right? So if you, let's say, like if you wanted to improve your lifestyle and because for that you wanted to buy a course, or if you wanted some business course or some technical course, right, that's a different altogether different thing, right? And different courses has to be, you had to be in certain situation or your needs are already being fulfilled, then you can only, let's say, wanted to buy a course from Hamza, right? Or maybe Andrew Tate Hustlers University or War Room or Iman Ghazi's course or something like this, right? If you're just looking for self improvement, right? For self improvement, these guys have also mentioned in their videos, right? You have to basically, a lot of thing is like how are you living your life, right? So you have to first so first of all you should have a internet connection, right? And a device where you can connect and something like this. That is really compulsory for you. Second, all we know that we have to eat right, right? If you're a guy and you're young and if you want to self improvement, you have to probably need to have a very high protein diet, and which is not very cheap, right? And if you are non-vegetarian, right, you need to buy meat and these all kind of thing, right? And like totally, it has been proven that if you eat a lot of carbs, you are basically brain dead, literally something like this, right? Any cheap food you eat nowadays, it's not good, really not good. So you have to eat meat and a lot of meats and everything, right? So that is the basic need. So if you are a person who has an internet connection, who who has a home where he can live peacefully, he has a bed with clean bed sheets and a pillow, right, where he can sleep, where he can maintain his hygiene. If these needs are fulfilled, then your needs of protein, right, if that is fulfilled, if you are working out, right, if you are able to pay your gym fees, and if you are able to buy daily maintenance, whatever maintenance protein limit you have, right, maybe it's 100 gram or 150 gram or 200 gram, whatever number is there. Do you have this monetarily facility, like can you buy those things, right? And some money to just for your health purpose or something, right, just to here and there and like whatever lifestyle. If your needs are being met, these kind of needs are being met and you're secured, right, you can have it for like a year or something, right? Then I would probably say that you need to look for a course or something, right? It's like if you if you don't have a functioning brain and functioning body, right, your teachers can't even teach you, right? The knowledge you what you want to get from this course or something, you will never gain value from it, right? So if you are able to fulfill this criteria and then you have enough money, right, then I would probably go for any course, right, irrelevant of the creator or whatever, right, in any field you are in, right? So then you can buy that course, something like this. Even for technical courses, like if your brain is not 100%, if your body is not 100%, you cannot, like, it's like it's like trying to play a very huge game on a fucking low system, right? Which cannot have that hardware. You don't have the hardware to run that software. You don't have hardware to process that course information and implement and do gain value from it, right? So if your basic needs are fulfilled, but lot of youngsters, what they will jump through the head, like head first. They think like if they buy that course, that will magically change the life, any course or something like that. That is not gonna happen, right? Advice or a lesson or a teaching would only change. You cannot. I'm just repeating anything. You cannot make a baby born before 9 months, right? If something takes process, right? You cannot hatch egg by overheating it, right? If you know the process of hatching eggs, it required a constant amount of heat throughout a longer period of time, and then at certain time the chicks pops out. You cannot go and full blown give lot of heat to that. It will fucking boil and become omelette, right? So these advices will only change certain percentage, like only like from 9 months you maybe can bring it out 8 months, that is most 8.5 or something, right? I don't know. But what these lessons and courses will help you do it, they will change your mindset that you may start liking the process, right? It's like 9 months you can happily have the 9 months of process, eh, in a happy way or in a sad way or tense way, right? So we can, like, courses could change your mindset of pursuing something. You might be happily going, right, instead of being regretted or something like this, with anger, doing something with anger, or just because you feel disciplined to do it. Or maybe the courses will change your mindset that you start feeling liking that process, right? So this is only help. It will not shorten your time. If something has to take that much time, it will take, right? Otherwise, all the good advices are on internet, and all the people are connected to it. If they were smart enough, they could have taken that advice and become everything. That's why nobody became, right? Only few percentage of the people will successful, because certain thing takes time and you cannot speed up. Only you can do that while doing that, while following that process or pursuing that dream, you can be happy in that process. This is only by gaining knowledge, this is only you can do. Other than, you cannot do anything, right? So this is the general idea. Whenever you take a course, like, you need to have a perfect environment to gather that information and to apply. So you need to have a good home, peaceful environment where you're not being distracted. For that, you might need some money, uh, and then you need to have proper food, right? For that, you need to, at least for a 1 year, you should allocate, like, you should have that much. And then you have certain money, right? Then you can probably invest in a course, try to learn from it. Then that and that course will not speed up your process. Like, it could do some things, some advantage you will have. The main thing it will do, it will change your mindset such a way that you will might enjoy, if that course is right, if that person who is trying to teach you is very right, something, right? He can only make this thing smoother for you. You may be liking the process. It will just change your taste, then nothing else. So you should always have this expectation realistic, not like, yo, I'm gonna take the course and suddenly I'm gonna become that person or something like this. That is totally wrong to approach these courses. Now this was general overview. Now coming back to these creators, right? A lot of creators kind of invest too much on marketing than the product. A lot of courses, if you see online, the way they market or something, they would heavily invest on it, and the value in the course will be very little as compared to what they're marketing, right? So I had already made a video about Iman Gajvi. I don't know why I'm not able to pronounce it. All the, like, every time when I speak, I didn't pronounce the name right. So I'm very sorry for that. So Iman Gajvi, like Iman. Okay, so this guy, I've already made a video describing. So with this Iman, I feel like he is a hardworking guy. He's doing something. That's why he has so much following or something like this. That, let's not take credit, but he is shady at the same time. Not shady, like he is selling courses from where he actually didn't make money. That is not successful. Just like handing a toy to people, that is totally worse. And then he didn't give credit to his father. Because of this father, he came to move into this new city, right? Which is a very good one. Get to study with billionaires and millionaires, right? From there, he learned a lot of things. So he was not getting. So that is different. But you can watch that video. I think this will be the if you subscribe my channel, probably see somewhere in the just after this video. So you can watch that, and probably not recommend his course. That we should make. Now only two people I feel like I should talk about is one is Andrew Tate and Hamza. So with Hamza and Andrew Tate is that it is very easy to understand what kind of person they are, right? Tate is a little complex, if I say. He's just shark. He's just shark, right? But if you're smart enough, you will understand what kind of person he is, right? So he don't. So he doesn't hide or something. He basically, if you are an idiot, then only then you will buy his course because he invests a lot of in marketing, right? I will not say these courses are bad or something. It's basic level, but if you see like the way Tate is, right? He's a top G, right? And when you when you're top G, your expectations are your course will be also top G, right? So that is not the thing. The courses are very basic. You are thinking that if you join that course, you will get to meet him. That is not possible. Anybody, not even Andrew or even Hamza or anybody, every person has this bandwidth of people they can communicate. Like for a normal person could be 50, 100, 60, whatever, right? Like in a day to day life they can only interact with 100 or something, right? So think like this. If you're following somebody, they have a bandwidth of people they can interact or actually direct come into direct communication and share value, right? Because everybody has a social battery, right? So everybody has this 100 person, right? So if you're joining somebody and thinking that you will get one-to-one attention, that is not going to happen. That is only going to happen when you have this one-to-one call or something like this, right? So every person has a bandwidth. Even if they listen to you, they will only think about you later in their life for only 100 or 50%, right? That is the limitation. Everybody has a limitation. So if you're thinking that, oh, you'll join the course, you'll get that personal attention, that is not going to happen, right? With Andrew's course, I would say his courses, one is Hustlers University and other is War Room, right? uh, that is basically you're trying to make him rich, right? Over there only you will have, so he's managing, basically he's finding the guy who match up with their idea, right? And the coaches over there and try to work through. So that you can do directly as well, right? You can find those kind of coaches directly online. There are a lot of people who have with less subscriber genuinely knows it. When they are actually growing, you have to spot that those person, and then you can directly contact. And then when you reach them initially, right, they kind of give you a lot of attention, right? Then a very big creator or something like this, right? So that is then why you're basically buying a course because of Tate, and then you will not find Tate over there. And if I tell you, if these guys were younger version of them like you, they would not himself buy. Like, have you seen Tate right now buying any course trying to learn anything from anybody? Or have you heard his stories from past where he was following any course? He has a coach where he learned fighting, right? So if you want to learn fighting, you cannot learn from a video. You need to find a coach. Business, marketing, he everything he learned by doing, not from a fucking course, right? Or maybe he has normally, or if you really have too much money, then you can probably buy these courses and have this networking, and so then you don't have to worry. Then you probably will not watch this video. If you already have too much money, then probably not watch this video, right? People who have money will not watch like if I have too much money, I will not waste my time reviewing anything. I will just immediately buy it, and that will be happen. So I probably think you are not in this category, right? So if you are very careful, if you are somewhere in the middle, so he will not, like, if the younger version of Tate would definitely will not buy this kind of courses or something like this. Yeah, if you have money, then probably you can buy it. You can meet people over there and everything. So totally not recommend that. Uh, for him, he actually met a lot of people who have advices directly. He could take advice or something like this, right? And a lot of advices are free. Like if you see any kind of thing would teach, a lot of things are on the free, and it's like, oh, so I've seen a lot of creative, even Hamza saying this thing, oh, you don't have to watch this bullshit lot of videos, and you can just filter out those bullshit and actually watch my videos directly from the course or something like this, right? So it's a skill, right? Finding the right video, right? If you have been enough on YouTube, you kind of develop a skill that tells you that this is bullshit, and this is the thing, right? And this initially, when you're new, this time you only develop this skill to filter out this thing, right? So that is a skill. Once you develop it, you will never see any bullshit. For me, I can see through videos and see where the value is, right? I don't have to like do. So for me, it's very easy to filter out information. And for a lot of people I know, with my friends as well, right? I've never paid for like any any digital stuff till now because I could easily access it. Like this is a big world, right? If you see, I have taken thing where I find like, okay, this guy has given hard work and he needs to receive that the hard work, like the value I've given, I need this, so that I have given him, like personally gone into their account or something on like I could have got those things easily online digitally, but still I could just because I wanted to give them credit, I would buy, right? So if you see Hamza, like his personal growth has been through reading books, right? Trying, experimenting his life. If you see, that's why he's very inconsistent, right? So his learnings are from like this, and probably your learning will be also like this, right? So if you think like you are getting advice, you'll speed up the process. That is not gonna happen. You cannot make the baby born in 7 months. It will take 9 months. Just that you like the process, right? So that will be otherwise everybody will takes advice and can become a genius, right? It's like if I if I take a cat and give preachings from a lion, that cat is not gonna become a lion, right? The cat has to go through this evolution of life to become lion, right? So that is three. Only a few percent is gonna increase, right? So you should be aware of that first of all. So keep your expectation low. So Hamza, Tate, I will probably say that those informations are like totally easily free. But if you have a lot of time, uh, if you have a lot of money, probably you can go. But and if your basic needs, which I told, which is low. With Hamza, I would say he's very honest. What I would say that you can see in his videos, right? He has like some kind of authenticity, right, in his course. And I've also seen his few snippets which he shares for free, right, from his Adonis group, right, where he takes this multiple calls and everything. Problem is that the things I think at some point he's gonna release those all materials for free when the content is about to over for him, right? Those materials are gonna come out somehow. Somebody will receive it early, somebody will receive it little late. That is the difference, right? So who is getting earlier will some kind of advantage, right? So lot of information I think he already with Tate as well, right? I remember when I actually discovered him, I was so fanboy of him, right? I was so influenced about, like I was about to take their first version, if you remember, PhD course, right? I was very much wanted. Then he has this loyalty test, which he would keep it very mysterious, right? And I was like very amazed by like what kind of that loyalty test he's talking about, right? He would go on podcast and he'll just intrigue you but never tell you that thing, right? That was his marketing move, right? And so his podcasts were there. So I was expecting that it would be a very like good course or something, like good set of videos which has not released and they will have a lot of value. uh, and I was about to buy it, and that time it was cheap as well, so it was under my budget because it was just started, so it didn't blow up like this, right? So it was very cheap at that time. I could have bought it. But then I told my friend, hey, could you find me from the torrent? So this my friend have helped me. And when he actually saw the whole course, right? few of the videos, basically he was repeating the same stuff which he has told on podcast and everything. So there was no new material. And so then I thought, oh, thank God I didn't bought it. Like I already know those things he already told on different podcasts and everything. So there was nothing new to it. And one thing I realized that I was thinking Tate would know everything, right? Tate is that he's really good with women and everything. So probably you can take all the advice with closed eyes when it comes to women dynamic and everything, right? But I have studied physical fitness quite a long time, right? So whenever somebody is giving gym advice, I know it that if it is true or not because I have invested, because I have done my research, I've been studying this kind of thing, right? So that time when I saw his course of bodybuilding, where he basically taking two mats and he has developed his own burpees, right? And like make with weighted burpees or something like this, and he was so confident, and this is the one exercise you need to do and you will get body like him or something like this. So there I knew that okay, Tate is not that person, right, who knows everything, right? I assume that okay, because he has a good physique, right, and you will feel like somebody who has a good physique probably had good advice, but Tate doesn't have this physical advice, like any good advice. If you say don't take fitness advice from, you can take boxing advice. I would that because I've seen this Mike Thurston video where he was really describing well the how to do box and everything, right? But in terms of physical advice, he's terrible. So when I saw that those videos, like I like thanked myself that I didn't buy that course. And then I realized that okay, Tate could be wrong at so many things. I have learned a lot of thing from women's side and boxing, whatever you can say, right? But how to talk, how to be confident, this kind of thing you can learn from him. But the other thing he will talk about crypto and this whole thing. He is not expert. I think now he has a friend, bald guy, another bald guy. What his name? I don't remember, but yeah, he have a trainer right now who lives with him, and I think he gives a lot of good advice to this brother. So kudos to Tate that he didn't become arrogant and just listen to himself. So you have a good guy now. Now I think he tries to teach them, right? So that is a good way. So I think he also handles in this physical advice course in his university. So probably he would be giving good advice, but not from the Tate. So there I learned, and then when he spoke about things about India and these all kind of thing, political views on things, certain thing. So for like, let's say if he says things about America, I have not lived there, so I cannot tell it that if he's right or not. But something where I've been expert and lived on or something like this, and somebody comes and talks about those things which I have been expert on for a long time, then actually you know that that person how correct they are, right? Like if in case of fitness and health, right, I knew that straight away his advices were bullshit. Same way some of the political stuff which he says, which he has not lived, he's just guessing, right, and then he will speak it with a very confidence. So those things are not. So from there I learned that Tate could be wrong at lot of things, and he is wrong at lot of things. But I have learned a lot of things from him. Like in the women's side, he's complete genius. The game you can understand from him, right? So he is good at those things, which he's actually like because he was doing his camming thing, right? From there, he can probably understand that he has this good knowledge of human behavior and women's and all this kind of thing, right? He was a boxer, so probably he can know how to be in discipline, this kind of thing. So probably these kind of advices he can take from him. But other than, I will not recommend anything other than trying to understand from them. So that is it. So, but because of this thing, I realized that he could be wrong so many times, and I thank myself that I didn't buy that course, and because I saw that for free, so not totally worth it. But Hamza, I think he's very legitimate. His course, he kind of put a lot of hard work, whatever he can do. But for him as well, it's very hard to maintain. Like come and if you're thinking you can go in directly touch with him, that is not possible. He can only a person has a bandwidth of 100 to 50 people. So he will be there, and there will be multiple coaches which he hired, right? Uh, and then there are people, and there is a community, right? So if your basic needs are fed, I think Hamza's courses are, I would say it's worth it. Not because there are good coaches or something, just because that you will find very like-minded people, right? And then you can basically, we are living in the world, right? And coming up together, being a part of a tribe, I think kind of helps. So that I would recommend, that you will not get from anywhere. That is, I think, the good thing about his course, that you could have meetups or something who are the same mindset, same ideology. And I think he's trying the best to give the value in his course. But if you see, he has a subscriber base of like currently I think 2.5 million, right? But only 20,000 people are have taken that course, right? If you see that ratio, right? So yeah, somebody who has who has some money, right, and who have this need, probably they can take that course and gain value from them. And problem is that if you see as a guy, right, for me, like if you are the company, like if you being the company of like for me is like the motto is you will only grow like how your company, other people around yourself, right? When you surround yourself intelligent people, hardworking people, you kind tend to become like that, right? And every creator wants to only interact with like better than them or something like this, so that they can grow. Or like somebody, he might be in better in one field, other person might be better in the other, and then they those two guys will communicate and like spend most of the time. So as a creator, what as a guy who is on the self improvement, I don't like to talk with a lot of people who I cannot like gain any kind of thing, like any kind of knowledge or something, right? So these coaches or something, right, when they start coaching, they don't like people, like you are just giving value, you're getting nothing in exchange. Like if I have to give advice to somebody, it will be totally of me giving thing, not taking it back, right? Taking it will be the monetary thing, right? So at some point they don't like, no guy would like to talk with anybody, and like just like help, and they can only do limited, like if you understand what I'm trying to say. Basically anybody a coach doesn't like to talk that much, right? If I'm on a same implement, I would probably like to guy, like I would try to surround myself. But if you surround yourself with people who are less intelligent, if you say, or not at the level of improvement which you are, right, you're gonna become like that, you're gonna listen to them, right? So as a coach, as a good guy, Hamza or anybody will not like to interact with you, right? Only the money. At some point they'll feel like, okay, I have enough money, I don't feel like working. So that is going to be the case always, right? So for now I would say Hamza's course is quite a legitimate. It's nothing that he hides from it. And probably the tribe thing is worthwhile, but lot of people will jump into it when they actually could have that money invested in their health or living standard, improving their standard. That would have helped them a lot more than actually gaining that knowledge. So don't do that mistake. If your needs are being fulfilled, Maslow hierarchies of need, basically a calm environment to a peaceful environment to live, right, and right food and some internet connection and some like for a 1 year, then you should probably take this kind of course or something like this. That I would recommend. But if you are somebody who thinks, who is like having a crappy life, right, and then they think, well, if they take this course their life will magically change, it is not gonna happen. It's like you are opening a tap of a bucket and the bucket has a hole. So the way that the water is coming with the speed, the same rate the water is going as well. So that bucket is not never gonna fill, right? So I hope you have understand from this message, right? Make sure your needs are fulfilled, then probably pursue for the course or something like this. So okay, see you in the next one. There is a lot of more videos. Next video I'm gonna be making on Tate. Like uh, if you see Tate and his brother like kind of expend a lot of money and show off, and what is the actual reason? Pretty much know that they are not materialistic person. Lot of success, like every successful people is not materialistic people, but they somehow show this materialistic side of things on camera. So there is a very good reason which I have found out. So probably I would love to share with you guys. So I hope you are subscribed so that you can watch that video which is coming. Thank you.